All right, this video is about using tabs for alignment. And here's a common case, right? Kind of laying out a menu, but with your resume, you may find a reason to align things using tabs. Another thing you do that's similar to tabs is a tabular layout, right? Using tables. Tables are a little more complex than we need to go for intro to graphic design, and I don't think you'll use one in your Studio 3 resume. So what you'll notice here is I actually have a tab between these two characters. And then so each time I finish writing this, I hit a tab and I bring the price over to this side. So we don't want, we want stronger alignment, right? We probably want to put all of these prices on one alignment line. And we can do that by going to type. Well, actually, first, make sure you have your thing selected. Type tabs. And that will bring up our tabs, and it'll be snapped to our text frame. So that way we can visualize it. Now, if you accidentally don't have it on your text frame, as long as you have text frame selected, you can go hit this magnet, and there it is. It goes back. So what we want is to take these and maybe make them all align with 1199. And so I'm going to make sure I have the left justified, which you'll have by default when you click on this. And I'm going to go ahead and put it at about 12 here. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm just kind of grabbing it. Now I could have just typed that in there once I had that. And so now notice what happened. I have my tabs, everything nice and aligned on this side. So we have the name here. We have the alignment on that side. And so that's good. But we don't have to actually just do it that way. We can do it a right aligned tab. So I'm going to grab this out. So to erase it, you can just throw it on out, kind of like how when you use guides. And I'm going to click on here. I had clicked right here, this right justified tab. And I'm going to go ahead and move this over. And so now notice the alignment of these things I'm tabbing have taken a right alignment from this. And so that's something you may find some reason to do. Another thing that you can do with this, and I absolutely don't suggest it for your Studio 3 resume, is add a leader. And so a leader leads you to the next item, right? So common to see in menus, the dots, right? So I think you don't need that. If you're doing that, it means that probably your layout is weak in some way, I think. It's not something that you should do in your studio. And that's pretty much all you need to know about tabs for our Studio 3. Obviously, we could, if we wanted to, make these right aligned and these left aligned. So if I take out this leader and I could do some fancy footwork to turn these right aligned to here, these left aligned to here. One thing I do want to make you aware of, though, is if I have my cursor in there and I, set a tab, it's only going to affect that line. Oops, I hate when there's a rendering issue. So make sure your cursor, if you're using tabs, either have to select the whole area you want to deal with, or just have the whole text frame. Because if you have it right there in just that one spot, you see I changed the tab for just this one spot. And so you don't want that. That's a little gotcha that you might find. I think that's enough of what you would need to know about tabs for Studio 3.